It's New Earth Angel here, and I'm coming to you with a message based on a lot of conversation that I've heard and actually been engaged with, in the past couple of weeks. And it's having to do with relationships. And we can all relate to relationships as being, very rewarding and challenging. And the biggest thing I'm hearing about is toxicity. And you hear a lot of conversations about, people being in relationships and they find the other person to be toxic. And, you know, and I've been there myself because uh, when when you don't know, you tend to project. You know, when I didn't know that, you know, I couldn't. I guess I don't want to say didn't know, but I didn't know. But really, I just was not conscious of my own patterns, and so I I could clearly see the other person's patterns, but we have to also look at our own patterns. And our own patterns, meaning the patterns we have with staying when we know we're not being treated properly. At the first inkling of disrespect or your love or your affections not being reciprocated, that's grounds for conversation. And if conversation doesn't bring resolution, then we have to then start looking at whether or not this is conducive for us. And a lot of times I found that I was gaining something from the relationship even though it's it was predominantly harmful. And so when you have people that been in relationships where they've been, you know, hurt and traumatized for an extended period of time, it is very easy to not see where your own patterns are getting in your way, your patterns for holding on or refusing to see what is actually right here in front of you. Um, and what was revealed to me in my time of, healing, it was like the spirit revealed to me that as much as I complain about the other person and say how low down and dirty and how narcissistic they may have been, and the titles, the words, you know the blame, it could go on and on and on. But what it really revealed to me was the more I spoke about that person and how horrible they were and how toxic they were and all these other things, that only spoke to just how broken I was. And it's not funny. It's just one of those little things I do. But mm, when I first had that realization, oh, it was so profound and painful because I realized how much time I spent living in the past and talking about that person and describing their behavior. But it takes a really broken type of person to put up with that stuff. And so as we go about our day, or and we engage other people, and we get to talking about things we've been through, and we feel the need to talk about the ex and how horrible they were, we have to also know that that is a reflection of us. So we have to be kind with the words that we use when describing the exes. And and unless you've had a certain level of healing, it may be hard to understand that, because it comes with healing that you realize that you attracted that person. You were drawn to that person. They didn't just stumble up on you. You embraced them because you was in a relationship. So you can't relieve yourself of that part of it. You was attracted to that. I was attracted to that. And sometimes even that is hard to admit. But it's part of the healing. And I just wanted to share that, because the more we bash the ex, it just shows how broken we are. And when you're no longer bashing the ex, and you can see the lesson that you were supposed to receive in that relationship, then you'll be able to let it go. You'll be able to find a way to be at peace with it, knowing that at the time that you were with them, you were in a broken place. That's why you ignored certain things, and you endured certain things, and you put up with the most. And hopefully, now that you're on the other side, you can look at that situation through a different lens and be able to see how you've grown, and how you're not the person that you were when you were with your, traumatic ex. And know that you're healing. And that's the beginning. And that'll be all. I just wanted to share that. Thank you.